there's so much stuff that I don't want to go in a different direction. We're going in a different direction. But I'm going to say this. Sis, you're absolutely right. But I believe that when we follow those ways and we follow those things, we are following something that's going to lead us to unalivement. The things that they're doing and that they're practicing, Jezebel put that stuff on before she got unalived. And the reason why she did that is because she was trying to literally deceive a man through her beauty. Leah didn't need that. Rachel didn't need that. Why? Because Leah was perfect. Leah was upright. I want to improve perfection. That was the most high perfection on that daughter. That was a beautiful thing. And we need to come back to that. But we got to get away from the other stuff. Pass, you wanted me to read 10 to 17?
Yes.
I just looked it up, and you're right. But it doesn't matter how it's pronounced, but right, they kind of like changed the pronunciation, but it's Avon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how you say and that's how you say it in Spanish, anyways. Because we have our own. Wow. Yeah, we have it. We have Avon ladies in our communities too. So.
Wow. We same people, different tribes, so they had to put it on us.
Iniquity ladies in y'all community. That's crazy. The iniquity.
It's just something to think about. Look up the history on this stuff. If y'all, I don't want to go through all of that, but y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all Google. But verse 10, it says, "If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through over much liberty." Verse 11. Yeah, that's that same liberty that her mother wanted in verse 25 of chapter 25 when she goes gadding abroad. It says that the wicked woman, she wants liberty to gad abroad. And the daughter coming out, and now she want to run wild too. But anyway, to continue, it says, "Watch over an imputed eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee." Because, hey. All right, verse 12. "She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he have found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge she will sit down, and open her quiver against every arrow."
Hold on. I mean, I know this is saying it in a certain way, but this sounds a little sexual. Like she gonna open her legs
and her mouth.
And her mouth to whoever got a mouthpiece, to pull her.
Facts on facts. But what do you think happens when she goes gadding abroad? This is what's going to happen on those girls' trips. The drunken woman that's going to cause her husband to be angry, and she won't cover her own shame. Oh yeah, if you ain't covering your own shame, you ain't far from it. You ain't far from sitting down on the hedge. You ain't far from opening up your quiver.
Right. Too much freedom. Too much free to be dumb at the same time.
Facts.
Wait, can I go on a girls trip if I'm righteous?
Girls trips is out of the order.
I'm asking because I done already been to a girls trip and I behaved. I promise you.
You're supposed to go with your man. You ain't supposed to go with you're supposed to go with your husband.
Let me ask you this, Yehuda. What was the other girls doing on that trip?
They're also married and we were behaving.
No, not the ones that y'all surrounded yourselves with.
It was literally just three of us and we hung out with ourselves and that was it.
Oh, y'all went to like an Airbnb.
Okay, so it might have been a small situation or whatever else like that. People know what I'm talking about when I say girls trip.
I'm talking about the other people around, not just the people that they were there, but also
I tell you
in that environment.
I tell you what, whether you were okay or not, that So,
facts.
Since you know. Well, regardless of what we say,
Good work.
I'm just asking, is it still looked upon if my man says, "Hey, you can go on your girls trip"?
Your man shouldn't be telling you to go on nobody's girls trip at all.
But you know what though?
Well,
I can't tell a man what to do.
It says that
If that man decides,
and it says that it says in the scripture that neither a wicked woman. So if you're not being the wicked woman, that means your husband, you're like the virtuous woman. The husband have the heart to trust in you because he knows that you're going to do the righteous thing. But I wouldn't. That's like saying, well, you're going to send your husband to the strip club tonight, but he ain't going to look at none of the ladies. It's the environment.
I mean,
even if he doesn't.
We ain't doing all that.
Yeah, see how you feel about that? So there's what I'm trying to say, Yehuda, there's a balance to that. And if you think about it from the other side, you wouldn't want your husband in that environment, even though you probably know, man, he ain't going to participate in that. He ain't going to do this to me. He ain't going to do that to me. But you still wouldn't even want him in that environment.
I think the main important thing we are losing when it comes to girls trip, what is the main purpose for the man? Is to protect his wife. I'm not there. When the targets are coming to you, I cannot protect you. You, the woman, you can go. You don't want to do nothing. The man trusts you. He can trust you, but we don't trust those men out there. There is a jungle. They are coming to attack you. Where is the man to protect you? So sometimes when it comes to girls trip, know that the guys don't trust his woman, but then the targets out there, they can put something in your drink. They can do anything to get to you. So it's not about the woman that going. It's about the tiger in that mansion or the bush you are going. So when men say, oh no, I don't want you to go, because they are not there to protect you, not that they don't trust you. So that is the main purpose of it. Right. We are not there to protect you as the woman that we're supposed to lie our life for. So when you're out there, we cannot protect you. Anything can happen to you. Someone can spark your drink. Someone can do anything to you. So it's not, I'm married. 3 married women, they can go to enjoy themselves. That's why when they say girls trip, it depends on what trip. There can be girls trip going to Bible studies. There can be girls trip going to something else. So all the time we have to understand what is the purpose of that trip. My man is not there to protect me. So when he said no, means he's not there to protect you. That's why.
So wouldn't that be, Borte, like as the Most High, when he called out to Adam and he said, where are you? When he called out to Adam and he said, where are you?
There's an echo. Are you listening? Can you mute? There's an echo. Are you listening? Can you mute?
When the Most High said, Adam, where are you? So wouldn't that be in the case with our women, as you were just saying, as an example of them going on their girls' trips? If we're nowhere to be found, then anybody can do anything at any given time, like you said about
that is the answer.
Is that
if Adam was there, the fruit won't be touched.
X.
So sometimes we focus on certain things that is not it. I was listening to the people. He read everything, even with the makeup thing. You want to let your man see you. It's for your man, not for the public. You can put the makeup on for him. When he come home, you put your lingerie, you dress for him, not to post it for the world.
Forget that makeup.
So all those things the people are saying, I listen to it. It's the fact. But I only have to jump in because I think we were losing the point of the trip. Because the trip is that the main job of the man is to protect you. So if he's not there, he can't protect you. And like you just said now, if Adam was there, the fruit won't be touched. But because Adam wasn't there to protect, he was touched. And that messed everything up. You see the big picture now. Let's ask for the wisdom and knowledge and follow his way. God's way is the only way we can see these things. If we try to go to the world, but I only put the makeup for this, I don't want this. Excuse me, it's only him you have to praise. You are here to serve only him, not the public. So don't put the makeup on and post it. Put the makeup on for him, not for anybody else.
All praises.
Sometimes it's hard to swallow the truth, but the truth is the truth. The only way, and there's only one way. There's no other way, by his way.
Facts.
So I will keep quiet and listen from there. But like I said, it's not about the trip. It's about the protection. That's what sometimes you dress and you are going out and they say, I don't like this dress. Why? Because when you go out with this dress, the tigers will come to you. It's not there to protect you.
Yes.
Put some certain thing on. He is the man. He know the jungle. He know how the jungle look like. So he can tell you, going this way is not nice. Go this way. This way is not nice. Go this way. Putting this thing on may put you into trouble. So put this thing on. That is okay. To protect you.
I think Brother Kenny wanted to say something after Brother Borche.
Yeah, Brother Kenny was trying to come off the mic again. You got it, brother. You going, Brother Kenny? Okay.
No,
all right, so let's end it.
Oh, there he goes.
Let's end it on a high note, okay? Because praise God that the scriptures don't leave us in the dumps about things. This is the last few ones that Pastor asked me to read is going to end us on a very high note. It says, the grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. That's that Leah stuff. A silent and loving woman, is a gift from the Most High.
A silent and loving woman.
Wait a minute, because I know I'm going to say shut up and get naked.
No. A silent and loving woman is what?
It's a gift from the Most High.
What kind of woman does it have to be that's a gift?
A silent
and loving woman.
Did y'all hear that?
You got to be both. You can't be silent because you're upset about something. You're silent because you're trying to be evil. You have to be silent and a loving woman.
And that's
that combination. That's the gift. The combination, facts. And then it says, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. So that means that wife has the ability to be teachable. She wants to learn. She's looking for an opportunity to absorb information from her husband. She's looking for the challenge of trying to apply it to her life. And then she's looking for areas of growth, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So all of that comes out of a wife that is loving and silent. Because when you're loving and silent, and your mouth isn't open, and you love what the man is, who that man is, you're willing to receive the instructions from him. All right, verse 16, that's why it's a gift from the Most High, because she's the one that's ready to be taught. All right, verse 15, a shame face. Shame is a good thing, y'all. Shame lets you know. When it talks about shame face, it's talking about you know when you're doing something wrong or when something is being done wrong, and you won't do it. You'll even turn away from it because you're so shameful. That means that even when another woman comes around you and she ain't even looking right or whatever, got the nakedness of her husband all out in the street for everybody to see, you turn away from that. She don't have no shame for herself, but man, I got shame. I got shamefacedness. Watch this. A shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. And her content of her mind cannot be valued because she don't think on low things. She don't think on low value things that have no worth of things in the kingdom. She's thinking, even when she thinks on the earthly things, she's saying, how can the Most High get the benefit out of this by how I do my husband in this situation? And how can I do my husband right by following his instructions? And how can I add to this by being silent and a loving wife? Racks on racks on racks on racks on racks on racks. That value can't be added up. Facts.
What does silent really mean? Because if I decide to go mute today, he ain't gonna like that either.
Right? Mute to him.
Silent is not.
If he wants to talk with you,
none.
Silent is not.
So that's why I'm asking clarification, because a lot of sometimes my husband be asking me questions, and if I'm supposed to be silent, then what am I supposed to say to him?
It's not being
that's a good point.
Not being argumentative.
Right. Not being combative. not being combative, not being condescending, not being competitive. That's what it means, silent. And y'all know what that, you know what that looks like. You know when you are just trying to poke that bear. You know it. So cut that out.
Well, so what if I don't say anything, but I cross my arms and I'm shaking my head like whatever?
You spoke
rolling
loud.
My eyes.
You spoke loud. You spoke loud.
With your actions. You said I'm disrespecting you. I'm disrespecting you by rolling my eyes, crossing my arms, and doing all that. You're trying to get his attention by your actions, and that's a disrespect.
You know what you're doing.
That's you saying that I don't have to really listen to you, especially when you roll your eyes at somebody. You telling them, I don't have to listen to nothing you say. I don't even really care what you got to say.
Yeah, and all of this don't come overnight, y'all. Like I'm saying, sometimes, like, you might have been in a house where it was common for women to do that. Or you might have been with friends where it's common to do that. And they have been the one that's been giving you your training instead of, the Most High, the Word, or even your own husband. So I'm going to say this, like in the photography world, they would say that that's body language. You're saying a whole lot. They say that body language says 90% of what you're really trying to say, and your mouth only says 10%. Your mouth is only giving the tithe of what you really want to say. So when you folding your arms and you're shaking your head and everything else like that, you spoke, and your spirit is loud. The scripture says that when it advises the woman, it says that Paul wrote it. I forget what book it said. It says that she has to have a quiet spirit. Just like I said, modesty is a spirit first, so is that quietness. Some of y'all can be quiet, but your spirit is loud. And everybody know it. Even the children in the house know, mom upset. Here we go. Storm got to pass. They know what's up. Because why? You ain't have to say a word, but that body language, they caught what you said without you even having to move your lips. Verse 16, it says, as the sun, when it ariseth high in the heavens, so is the beauty of a good wife. Did you know that being a good wife is a beauty by itself? So is the beauty of a good wife. Watch this. In the ordering of her house. She is keeping the order that was given to her by the husband, because the husband has the commandments, and then the mother becomes a law of the commandments. So now she gets facts. So everything, the house is kept in order because it's talking about the children. And some people think, well, I clean all day, I cook all day, and that ain't you keeping your house in order. But your children, they cutting a monkey. They acting a fool. But I cook, I clean, I'm tired. No. When you get your children in order, it won't be you doing all the cooking. It won't be you doing all the cleaning. You're going to be training them up in the way that they should go, so that when they old, they're not going to depart from it.
I thought that was the man's job.
Which one?
I thought it was the man's job to do all the training.
He did. He trained his wife, and his wife trained the children.
Yeah, that's the commandment side. So the commandment side comes from the husband, because he's getting his commandments from the Most High about how the house should be ran. And he passes that down to the wife. She is the first one to be trained. That's why she has to forget the house that she came from, because now she has to be trained. And how did she be trained? She got to be quiet, the silent and loving woman. She got to become that, so that it gives her opportunity to hear with her ears what is being said. Then, once those things are being delegated out from the husband, and the wife embraces it with love, with silence and love, she's going to put that love on her children by instructing them well. Her words become a law for the children, and then that makes the job of the mother easier, because the house ain't nothing but the training ground for it's like the obstacle course for the troops, and you the drill sergeant. The husband is the general.
Right.
To God be the glory.
What if we don't agree on some of those things?
That's a good point. So if you don't agree on some of those things, then you have to recognize the rank, order, and position that the Most High gave. So the rank, order, and position is that in a holy marriage, the man is the head. So he may give you an opportunity to voice your opinion. He got final say on it. So you can probably say, well, I don't know if I agree with this, I don't agree with that, whatever else like that. But your job as a loving wife to him would be to submit. You have to submit. And submit doesn't mean he's putting his foot on your neck and you struggling trying to get out. No. Submitting literally means that you are coming up under his authority and you're letting him lead you wherever he chooses to take you. And you not going to just be obedient because I'm like a third child or a fifth child in the house. No, that's not what you're doing. Your whole attitude is submission. Submission is an attitude first. And you're doing what your husband says, even though it disagrees with you. You're doing it because you got his back. Do you have your husband's back? Well, show him. The last verse is verse 17. It says, as the clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty, facts on facts, so is the beauty of the face in ripe age. Don't y'all know that this is how the Most High make y'all beautiful as women when y'all get older? Y'all think that it's some, not saying Yahuwah or anything, cause we know that, sister, she's definitely working on herself from the things she's been saying. But I'm talking about there's certain women that is amongst us and certain women that's not even woke yet, and they really believe that I still need to get that attention. I still need to get all of this stuff that you got. Just give it some time. A wrinkle is going to be there. Whatever comes up must come down. So if you're proud of your chest and how tall it stands, what comes up, gravity going to hit that thing. It's going to come down. I like the way the roundness of my, you might have some dimples back there. What comes up must come down. So there's a beauty that fades, and then there's a beauty that doesn't fade. And all we trying to express to the daughters of Zion today is that we want y'all to run after the beauty that doesn't fade. But the pathway to get to that beauty where you will still get attention and be beloved. Did you hear how every son of Jacob cried for Leah? Because she departed? She got attention all the way to the time that she was unalived. And then when she was unalived, Jacob himself was there and crying over her. And when he unalived, he said, "Man, bury me next to Leah. I want to be with her."
The one that did me with the respect.
Facts. The silent and loving one. We saw how Rachel went out. Rachel went out. Son of my sorrow.
She went out
screaming and yelling. Yeah, but look at how Leah went. And that's what I'm saying. You got. Did you know that it can be like that sometimes? Your husband can love you in the beginning of your marriage, but at the end of the marriage, you can wind up causing him to hate you. Watch this. How about the opposite way? At the beginning, I ain't with it. I ain't with it like that. But watch this. What changed him? The silent and loving woman that was well instructed, the one that had shamefacedness, the one that became a double grace to him, the one that the value of her mind, the contents of her mind couldn't be valued. It was above even measure. We talking about the one that had beauty that didn't fade. She was old when all of that happened. And the beauty didn't go nowhere.
Well, you add on what you're saying. This story is pretty much of Jacob, Rachel, and Leah. The one that he loved when he first saw her, loved just because of what she looked like. And the one that we gonna say he hated her because she wasn't fine. She was fair to look upon the eyes. I don't know if she was cross-eyed or what. But he ain't want her. But in the end, it reversed. Now, the one that he loved, he probably couldn't stand. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't the right one for him. But the one that he hated, he ended up loving and respecting. That speaks volumes to how you start your marriage off for the men and to the women.
It didn't say that he hated her, did it?
I didn't say that. I said that I was giving an example. I didn't say that he did hate her, but he didn't want to be with her either. But he still slept with her. Because that's not the one that he wanted. He wanted Rachel. He didn't want Leah. But he still kept her.
Honestly, that kind of sounds like struggle love. Like, you didn't love me in the beginning. I had to put up with all your shit, and now your other wife is gone, and now you want me?
Nah, that ain't struggle love.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Of course it's going to sound like that, but it ain't, because you got to follow the orders of the Father. The Father is the one that issued all of that. Is the reason that she was married to Jacob, both of his daughters.
And the fact that
they didn't step outside of what the Father said. There was no disrespect. There was, I'm finna go be with whatever man I want to be with, or I'm finna leave this nigga and go with somebody else.
To God be the glory. Y'all. We thank God for this today. Brother, we the people. We thank you, man, for that. Brother Pastor Knowledge, man, we thank y'all, man. We've been on here for 3.5 hours. I thank God for the lesson today, man, on becoming righteous. All of the lives that we do are about the awakening of the lost nation, Yasharel. You are Israel. And the covenant came with blessings and curses, conditional outcomes. If we obeyed, we would rule and not be ruled. We would lend and not borrow, be secure in our land, and have peace among our people. What we're teaching on today is how to bring this peace back among the people, in our household, in our families. And the role of everybody. We got to get in, and we got to get in the right roles, the woman and the man. Women, be quiet, be silent. Men, stand up and lead according to the law of God. As long as we do that, we'll be fine. But if we're going to keep having, the differences between you and me and her and him and all of these different things, it's not going to work out. Remember, the first purpose of marriage is for procreation. The second benefit, or the secondary benefit, is pleasure. We flipped them upside down. Let's do it God's way. Let's do it God's way. Queen Tasha, I'm sorry. Queen Tasha, Kenny, we're going to roll down. I want to be done in about 10 minutes, y'all. So let's give each other a minute or so to finish it up. How you doing, Shantrisha? Let's do it God's way. Come on, Queen. Let's see what you got to say today.
First off, I wanted to say this was a beautiful live. I'm enjoying it. As I'm listening, I'm just reflecting on different things that we see in our community. As even listening to We the People, a silent woman is very powerful. I don't even think we realize how powerful we are when we're just quiet. And even Sister Nessa was saying, well, how can they know that I'm mad if like my body language or whatever? You speak through your body language. You ain't even got to say nothing. And I even put it in the comments. You can simply like slam dishes down or hit the cabinet a certain way. There's certain things that we could do to show our actions to show that we are mad. But we have to be mindful of that too. Because even when y'all were talking, saying that's blasphemy and, blasphemy in Yahweh and blasphemy in Most High, because we're doing that to our husbands. And even as I'm listening now, I'm like, wow, because my husband has told me that on different occasions, like, oh, your actions are speaking louder than your words. So we as women, we have to be mindful of that as well. But I'm even thinking of when you see black men with other nation women, and sometimes we get upset about that, I've even heard men say it's because they're not as loud as black women or as boisterous as black women. So that made me think of that as us in the community. We're not taught these things that we're learning today. So as we're learning them, we're getting better. But I've even heard from other people, other men, saying that. They have said that. They said, I don't want to be with no black woman because she's always wanting to fight and wanting to come up against me and so forth. But that's what we're taught. I even said it many times as I'm on these platforms with y'all. I'm saying we're taught that from our moms and our grandmothers not to listen to the man because we see them doing that to our fathers, to our grandfathers. We're taught that growing up. But as we're on here learning, we know better, we do better. And I'm going to leave it at that. But I appreciate all this. I'm sharing it with the women that I come in contact with. I'm learning. I've come a very long way. My husband know that I have. But I appreciate all of y'all.
Come on, Brother Kenny. Thank you for that, Sister Queen.
This is Pastor Blessings panel. I've enjoyed it live too.
To God be the glory. Thank
Man of very small words.
All right, Brother Borte, Sister Judith, and we go on.
Wait a minute. You ain't got to say nothing just because I gotta say something to Brother Kenny because he usually don't say much, but he said a little bit more than what he usually. Hey, he be on it though, whatever he say.
Brother Borte?
Hey, all I have to say, let's do it God's way. Like we the people was talking, I'm just listening to you and I'm just smiling because all all you read is about the woman, what he's supposed to do. But sometimes we forget that it's about the man. But the Bible said, when you found the right one, you found the what? Good thing. So if you don't find the right one, then all the things reading is what you are going to face. So when we're doing it his way, which means we will find the right one and we will not face that type of woman. But when we're not doing his way, then we will find the thing that we are reading. So it's all about doing his way, so that we'll find that woman that will give us that joy. And then when she said, hey baby, I want to go to girls trip, but I cannot go without you, so let's go, because she understands without the man, it can be attacked. But if my money is there, somebody cannot put a drink, somebody can put something in my drink without me seeing. Because if you put something in my drink, it's there to hold me and take me back to the room. But if it's not there and somebody spark my drink, who is going to save me? Because maybe your guest who also has been sparked their drink. So that is the side we have to look. It's not about the man don't trust you, but it's about him protecting you. That's all it's about. Nothing more, nothing else. Let's do it God's way.
To God be the glory. Yehuda?
No, I was just saying, like, I don't think that men uplifting, their woman by belittling the black woman is the right thing to do. Like, obviously, I'm Mexican, my husband is Haitian. If you ask him why he married me, he's gonna tell you why he married me. He's not gonna say all the reasons why he didn't marry a Haitian. So I feel like when somebody does that, it's like it's a lot of self-hate going on. I don't think that, like, that's something that we should be looking up to. That's just my problem.
Thank you.
Other than that, great live. I love y'all.
To God be the glory. To God be the glory. Come on, brother, we the people, and pass the knowledge. Let's get it going.
Yeah, I said enough today. Shalom, y'all.
Well, we appreciate you, my friend. We really do. Brother Pass.
I guess it's left up to me. I really enjoyed this live. We the people, you always on fire with these questions. And you had me so intrigued, man. I had to go get my Sefer just to get into it. I'm like, he bringing out my books. But I agree with even what my wife was saying earlier, and even Sister Yehuda, and pretty much everybody. We have not been taught what we're learning today. So it sounds very, very foreign to a lot of us. And I notice for a lot of times when we on these platforms, when it comes to our sisters, it sounds so foreign to them that they would come up against it. I ain't saying that for everybody, but I see that they do come up against it, and it's like, oh, well, they're trying to control me. They're trying to be my daddy. They're trying to be my head. We all just trying to get in order. Real talk. We all just trying to get in order and do it, as Borte and Unc say, God's way. We try to do it that way, and that's where we gonna make it. That's where we gonna be seen at. We're not gonna be looked at as the same anymore. We're not gonna come up against each other because we all on the same page. And that's essentially what I see Unc is doing, and we the people, is just trying to get everybody on the same page so we can see what the Most High has for all of us. So thank you again, Unc, for what you're doing. I hope your YouTube platform is growing. Go ahead and make that announcement and bring up your book as well before you close it out. Shalom.
To God be the glory. The book is on Amazon, The Awakening of the Lost Nation. Get your copy. But I always try to read something out of it. It's not a long book. It's more of a teaching book than anything. But I want to encourage you guys to really, let's do it God's way. I know that because of Western theology, the way we've been taught, it seems like this is hard and very, very complicated. But it is not hard. It is not